society, that is. So if you need help organizing.
Hello Slam Bulls, my name is Jan Arnaiz and this is Bulls TV. Let's start today with information that makes us all disappointed. As you may know by now, the restrooms of our school have been vandalized by students. And because of that, we are now paying the consequences by having only one restroom in use. If you see someone vandalizing our school property, don't stay silent. It's our responsibility to stop that kind of behavior. On a different note, let's talk about stereotypes. Pay attention to the story that Sammy and Jaren created for us because you might learn how others view you depending on what grade you're in. Take a look.
There are a lot of misconceptions about how high school life is in each stage. However, proper preparation and patience can help you avoid these misconceptions and stereotypes. Get out of the way, chump.
Who are you talking to like that?
Sorry.
What are you anxious about?
I just don't know what I'm gonna have for lunch, I'm tired. It's stressing me out. Look at this. Whoa, Devin's with Megan now?
Yes, he's been cheating on his other girlfriend with her this whole time.
Hey, Jared, you want to come to the movies with us this weekend?
Yeah, I totally want to go. But I can't.
Okay.
Jaren, make sure you study for all your tests this Saturday. ACT, SAT, EOCs, ASVAB, all your finals.
So many choices, I don't know what to do, man. Hey, you!
No, I'm not gonna bring you in.
No, sorry, but leave my shoes for me.
Yes, sir.
We can't avoid stereotypes, but we can definitely change how others view us, right? Okay, it's time for our first break.
Today we will be discussing the difficult topic of bullying, specifically the issue that is bystanders. Many kids at our school experience bullying, and this is a widespread known issue. However, it is a trend for kids to let bullying go unnoticed. To prevent this, students who witness bullying have two options. They can either tell a teacher or an adult, or the witness can stick up for the victim. Either way, make the right choice and don't be a bystander.
Welcome back. It's time to talk about sports. In this segment, we'll start by talking about swim. Do you know how to swim? The majority will probably say yes, but being a competitive swimmer is a lot harder than it looks. Let's see. Many people think they know how to swim, but many people don't actually know how to swim with proper technique and the importance of swimming. We asked first-year swimmers how they felt before and after joining the swim team.
Before I started swimming, I thought it was easier than it looks. And when I got into swimming, I realized it was one of the hardest sports I've ever partaken in, but I'm glad that I'm in swimming.
Swimming is a lot harder than it looks.
We encourage everyone to go out and learn proper technique and learn a new, fun skill you can showcase this summer. Special thanks to our coach, Miss Hawker, for believing in us, the swim team, and for her hard work as a coach. Now, let me tell you, as a student athlete, nutrition is just as important as the time spent practicing and the effort you put out. Austin and Ella will now tell us what the ideal nutrition for a student athlete is.
The diet of an athlete can be a tricky one. So here are some of our suggestions for what we think an athlete should eat before and after a game. Before a game, you should stick to foods high in carbs and low in fatty proteins and sugars in order to avoid a sugar crash. You should also drink lots of water the day prior to your game in order to ensure hydration, and if you're going to eat a meal before you play, make sure it's at least 3 to 4 hours before so that your body has time to digest. After your game, make sure to drink lots of water to help regain hydration that you may have sweat out while you were playing. And make sure to always eat a balanced meal after your games, high in proteins and fats in order to help regain lost supplements.
I hope you guys took good notes on those nutrition tips. Now, it's time for our second break.
watch your mouth. Yo, what the did I just say?
You watch your mouth. What the is going on here?
Oh no, that's potty mouth over there.
Girl, shut up. It ain't even that bad. Okay, stop. We're at Slam. Bulls don't curse, so watch your mouth.
Yo, what the
Thanks for continuing with us. Have you ever asked yourself how much work and effort is behind the making of our yearbook? Well, Margie and Sebastian prepared a story to share with us how complex it is to have that book of memories ready every year.
A yearbook is a permanent document. It's where all the school year's memories are stored. The final product contains the best moments of our sports teams, profiles, and images. It will tell the story of the entire year. It's a lot of hard work.
Work on it all year long and then it takes all year. It takes a lot of photos. That's the big thing, is making sure those photos get taken, because you can't go back to those events, those games, and get those photos. So it takes a lot of man hours. It takes a lot of people to get it together, and then making the pages takes a lot of time because a lot of the things end up tiny little movements, tiny little changes. So it takes all year. Skills and the actual getting out there and interviewing kids. So I had a lot of students who may not be quite as outgoing, talking to people that they wouldn't talk to in order to get questions answered and take pictures for yearbook. They get a little bit of exposure, especially this year, a little bit of exposure with using cameras and figuring out lighting and things like that. And then just basic interview skills, like I said, getting them to talk to people, but basic interview skills, asking questions that are not just yes, no, and maybe have a little bit more of an interesting answer, and getting people to actually continue talking and give you some. Hopefully everybody loves it. Looks pretty good in my opinion.
Thanks to Miss Leahy and her yearbook team for working so hard on our yearbook. We can't wait to see it. Guys, unfortunately, it's time to go, but we will see you again after spring break. Have a nice weekend, Bulls.